Hello, the game has started and it's me to go first. I have a pretty balanced rack. Do I have a bingo? Have the ing ending? I have lingies. Oh, lingies is no good. It's lungies, I think, that I'm mixing that one up with. So, what am I missing here? Lignites through a T. Maybe just L-I-G. Yeah, lig. Okay, this looks alright. Niobites through the I. Boronites through an R. Boniest as a 7. Wow, opponent plays a bingo and provides an N. Bonniest would work, but not as a 9 timer. Yeah. I think I'll just whack it down because I don't see another option. Bonniest for 83. I do draw a fairly balanced rack, but not bingo territory, unfortunately. I should be able to score with the W and the F, hopefully. Haven't identified any great spots as yet. Fours, 20. What about through the E? Wafter. Opponent scores well with the Z and the X. 42-point power play. I have Waz here, which sorts the rack out quite nicely. 30 points. The other option would be 4 here for 33, giving back easy score to opponent. The other one would be Fate for 35, limiting what opponent can do with the Z. If I pick up an E, I would have Ute. So I think I might go with this, Fate for 35. Not a good pickup. Duplicate A's. But I do have Ute here, so potential 34-point play. But opponent could play underneath. Now core works quite well here, 2 for 34. Not a great rack leave. Still looking at the 4-timer possibility, although I'm a bit vowel heavy here, I think. Now, what about a WE? Rect is no good, but erect would have been good if I had another E. would have been a nice score. A rect, no good. What about where? That's 42, that's almost worth doing. Aware, but it makes it too easy to hook on to. Opponent taking some time with this move. Score's pretty close. Opponent on turn. The action down in the bottom right currently. But opponent could be looking to bingo. Perhaps through the E or the R. Okay, he does bingo and takes the lead. Now I was wondering about care for 39. Opponent would need a H to hook onto. And I think I'll go with this. Not great. Duplicate the A again. L. I've got nothing that goes after ZA, unfortunately, but I do have ALA potentially. Not great. Have worm here. 36, giving back easy score to opponent. Warm might be a little bit better there, although there are a whole bunch of O's to come and only 3 A's. Still probably best to play the A there. 36, not bad. Yeah, I thought opponent might play there. Looking again in column K for a 4-timer, doesn't look hopeful. What about a where word? Malware, but that's malware, W-A-R-E. That wouldn't score fantastically. 24. Warm takes an S, so if opponent's got an S, yeah, I think I'll keep it tight. Draw a blank, that's great. So what have I got here? Is there a bingo? Foliage. That plays alongside the L. Opponent bingos and takes a decisive lead. Now, does this rack make a bingo with the blank as an S? foliaged. I draw the K and the Y. Now rookie is good, but doesn't play to good effect there. Yock is good. That's a 43 pointer. What about this hot spot here? Opponent likely to swoop in on that one. I Rocco. KY here, 39. KYU gives an easy score. I could keep the U back for myself, and the R is useful there as well. Not a great rack leave, if the truth be told. Faro is good, but nothing else happening around there. Corey is good, K-A-U-R-Y, but not K-O-U-R-Y. Okay, opponents played Vo in the top, and where was this? Yock was 43 there. Wow, that's not bad. Quirt and Quoiter. Quoiter, will that play anywhere? Unfortunately not, and the QI doesn't work for dual direction either. Wow, so close to a big score. Now I do have Toque, T-O-Q-U-E. Ouch, opponent takes my spot and regains the lead. Wondering if the V and the Q could work in the top left. Not seeing that. Now yet is good and quit. But leaving the Q up top there, how dangerous is that? Caddy, cats. Well, there's no S, so it would have to be maybe not overly dangerous. But is there a bingo with the Q that I'm missing? Or a massive Q play? There's an R to play on to. Torquier, yes. For 86. Now I've drawn the H, and I did see a good H spot. Yes, ETH here. Well, teeth would work quite nicely as well. For 31, creating a bingo lane, but probably worth the play. There's still a H to come, so opponent might snap that spot up under the C before I do. Looking at deft and TH plays. Not great options there, I don't think, unless I play from the top down. Now what about this V? This V could be interesting. Nothing going. What about through the T? That's a useful floater. Now YEAR is good, so what about not seeing anything there. I've got that here. That is 35. Now oily takes nothing I've got, but I can play F, which does give opponent a useful floater, but it scores 25, takes out the noily, coily, doily front hooks. And I think I will go with this, even though the play at the bottom is more points. This is taking out potential bingo options for opponent. Yeah, I'm going with this. Not a bad rack. Tock is good, but a cape is good here. If opponent plays the H, I'd play cape for 26, I think. Now zap is good, and Padda 42. No, I think Ped would be best. 41, taking out the H hook. Opponent down to 3.5 minutes now. What about play through both the TO and the T at top? Topated. Opponent plays Dewey. I'm going with Ped. 2 tiles in the bag. Ped are no good. Ped, and now opponent's got the J. And I'd say the game is won. Join. 1 takes an E. Define nothing I've got. And I just have to maximize score now. Nothing I've got goes after IO. Pity I can't do an IP play. What about an N play down onto the trip? No, nothing there. Wow. Okay, so maybe pace 22. Packed. I don't want to give the H play to my opponent. And I've got Ray to go out, or Guy. So I'll definitely be going out if opponent doesn't, but he should go out. Wit, WHIT. or with, yeah. So that is the end of the game. Thank my opponent. 485 to me, 438 to my opponent. Let's see what we missed. Okay, back to the beginning. And sailing. It crossed my mind, but so ceiling with a C and an S. Yeah, it crossed my mind, but for some reason I just didn't place it on the board. I didn't think it was good. Anyway, that's a miss. Lig, then Overrun comes down, and Bonniest looks fine for 83. Opponent has Zealand for 68, keeping SX. Wow, that's huge. Where was that? Oh, Z on the triple and then doubling up. Goes with Zax's, also a big score. And then Fate for 35 looks okay. Meanders, Amenders, Daysman, Monades, Deskman, Mason. Wow, there were a few bingos there. Opponent went with D-Means. Now, Aware, 43, 14I. Aware, yeah. I think I looked at Ware, W-A-R-E, but not Aware because I didn't want to leave. And then I opted for Care because it limited what opponent could do. Sublease and Subsail. If I played Aware, opponent would have had Subsail. So good idea not to have opened up there. But opponent did not bingo, played Us. Wadmole. That's not one you see every day. Narwhal. I've seen Narwhal, but not Wadmole. So I played Warm for 25, not too far behind. And now opponent's got Bransel, Branless, Enablers. Yeah, a few different bingos there. Goes with Enablers. Foliage for 78, but Floatage for 89. Now, where was that? L1. Floatage. Big score, but leaving the F in the trip lane for a 30-plus point comeback. And then opponent's got pretty close to a bingo here as well, but no playable bingo. Goes with Vo. Yok for 43, Yuko for 48, even more. Yuko would have been quite nice. Yuko, wow. And then Dawing for 43, and now the scores are quite close. I'm 23 behind, and Talk here comes down as the only playable bingo. And 86, so I've got a lead here. Opponent's got Jolty for 62, which would have drawn him level. That was at 2J across Jolty, and it wouldn't have actually given me an option for a comeback play in that region. So that would have been interesting, albeit a shocking rack leave, but 62 points, wow. Opponent went with Oily, and I thought, okay, I better close this down. Now, Heat, H-E-T-E, that's a nice score for 34, but not really addressing this bingo lane. Not overly high chances of bingoing, but I just thought I'd take it out anyway, completely. And it took out the V as a bingo floater as well. Judy Care, wow. Where was that? On to Care, Judy Care. Okay, but not enough to win, I don't think, no. And then Ped for 41 was best. Join for 50 was top play by opponent. But not enough to bridge the gap. And then Packed for 24. I went with Packed. With for 20, and then it's just the end game here. And that was the end. So Sailing, the standout miss for that game, Seiling. It is one I have played before, but not for ages. But yeah, hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.